You are not overly sensitive, and you are not imagining things. You are actually dealing with a professional actor who possesses a terrifyingly natural ability to lie. The most absurd part is that most of these statements sound completely harmless at first. It is only when you connect the dots that you realize you have been fooled. Because of this, I am here today as your human lie detector, determined to expose the 10 classic lies that women use every single day. Sometimes it is unintentional, sometimes it is out of habit, and sometimes it is because they do not want to become the villain in your story. The goal of this video? To help you wake up before you turn into a free trial subscription that gets used and tossed aside. By the way, I will feature my favorite comment from the last video at the end, so stick around to see if your name appears. Let us get into it. 1. I am fine. When she says, I am fine, please understand that this is a red code warning. At this moment, her mind is burning intensely like a volcano. She is silently creating a list, preparing a complete slide presentation, summarizing every single mistake you have ever made since the day you were born. Women never say I am fine when things are actually normal. They only use it when they are extremely angry but want to avoid an argument, or when they expect you to have psychic powers, to magically know what you did wrong. If you hear this sentence, you had better start investigating the cause immediately, because the life of your relationship depends on it. 2. It is not a big deal. Prepare yourself, because a nuclear-level disaster is about to explode. This statement is a trick to calm you down, making you think everything is peaceful, while she is quietly gathering data for her black book. About 6 months later, she will look you straight in the eye and say, "Do you remember that thing you said was not a big deal?" Well, now it is a huge deal. It is no different from intentionally hiding a bomb under the living room rug. 3. I do not care. She cares so much that she is losing her mind. Her stress level has reached the ceiling, beyond what words can describe. I do not care actually translates to a warning. If I say one more word, I might flip this table over. This is just a self-defense mechanism. Imagine it like a weak Wi-Fi signal. The connection is weak, but it is definitely still connected. 4. I swear I did not see your message. She has read it, analyzed the context, and probably screenshot it to send to her group of best friends already. A woman's sixth sense for phone notifications is so sharp that even if she is blindfolded, deafened, and her phone has only 1% battery left, she can still see your message. What she actually means is, I was not in the mood to reply at that moment, or I needed time to think. But she will never admit that out loud. Stop being so naive, gentlemen. 5. I am not talking to anyone else, you. She might not have given her heart to anyone yet, but her Instagram inbox is definitely not a ghost town. Women often have a very relaxed definition. Casual, flirtatious conversations do not count as getting to know someone. However, from a man's perspective, that is clearly a waiting list. This lie comes from the desire to appear loyal, even though that loyalty has never been tested. 6. This was really cheap, its price tag would make your jaw drop, and she is not ready to face your shock. She comes home carrying a gorgeous bag that looks like it came straight out of a fashion magazine. You ask out of curiosity how much it cost, and her answer will always be, it was very cheap. Women understating the price of things they just bought is just like men making up excuses for coming home late from drinking. You can consider it a way of balancing the ecosystem. 7. I did not mean it like that. She meant it with 100% precision down to the millimeter. She said it on purpose. This is an emergency exit button. After saying something that stabs you straight in the heart, and seeing your strong reaction, she immediately uses this phrase to cool down the situation. It is a form of damage control. Do not be fooled. Every single word that came out of her mouth was carefully calculated. 8. Oh, I forgot. A woman's memory is equal to a supercomputer. They remember birthdays, random comments you made 5 years ago while you were half asleep, and even the time you accidentally blinked at a girl across the street, back in 2018. Therefore, when she says, I forgot, what she really means is, I remember it perfectly. I just do not want to bring it up. This lie is used to keep the peace, because telling the truth would only bring more trouble. 9. I am not ready for a relationship right now. Translated accurately, it means, I am not ready for a relationship with you. This sentence is harsh, but it is extremely common. She likes the attention and pampering from you, but she does not want to be tied down by commitment. You are a safe choice to satisfy her emotional needs, but you are not the person she sees a long-term future with. It hurts, but accepting this reality is the only way you can free yourself. 10. I do not even know what I want. She knows crystal clear. She is just afraid to say it. The fear of rejection, the fear of your negative reaction, or the fear of being judged as demanding, stops her from expressing herself. This is not intentional deception, but a mask for her fear. She is simply protecting her own vulnerability. Bonus lie. Number 11. If she says, I am over it, or I have moved past that, she is lying. This statement deserves a gold medal for lying. When a woman says she is over it, she has actually just built an entire emotional museum dedicated to that specific pain. Inside, there are exhibition rooms, archived documents, and even a sad playlist running in the background. She has not forgotten it. She is simply exhausted from arguing. She has entered the silent stage, a stage where suppressed emotions gather, like a dormant volcano waiting to erupt. And the moment she goes quiet is when the truth becomes louder than anything she could ever say out loud. Listen, not every lie is meant with bad intentions. Some come from instinct, some from self-defense, some from fear, and some from wanting to avoid conflict. However, the job of a mature man is this: do not continue to turn a blind eye to the patterns just because you happen to like the person. Once you start observing the consistency between words and actions, you will become extremely clear-headed. You will no longer be manipulated. You will no longer be blindsided, and you will stop lying to yourself. Remember this clearly. The people who lie to you the most are the ones who are most terrified that you will see who they truly are. The strongest move you can make is to stop pretending that you do not notice. Not every woman who uses these phrases is a manipulator. Sometimes it is just a habit or harmless behavior. However, the line between innocence and an intention to control is very thin. You can let it slide once or twice, because everyone makes mistakes. But if these phrases repeat over and over, like a stuck tape recorder, it is no longer an accident. It is a pattern. Protect your peace, protect your time, and protect your mind. Do not let a blind heart cloud your judgment. Lies do not break you. Your decision to ignore them is what destroys you. The favorite comment for this episode goes to Constance Johns. Thank you very much for this video. At least I have learned extremely valuable lessons before entering a real relationship. I will remember these words carefully. Stay wise and stay in control of your life. I will see you all in the next video.